For someone who's not married yet, what's the number one red flag that should make them run away before they ever get there?
I honestly have to say the number one red flag in my experience would be people that have substance use issues.
Oh, wow.
Substance use is usually emblematic of other significant mental health issues or interpersonal issues that a person might have. And if a person has mild substance use issues, very often that can metastasize into something much more extreme. My other answer would be a person who is incapable of apologizing. I think you can tell a lot about a person by the way they apologize. Like, I think you should listen when someone apologizes, because if they're prone to what I like to call a apology, which is, I'm sorry you were so upset by what happened. That's a apology. The best apology is, I know what I did that upset you. I shouldn't have done that, and I'm really sorry that I did. And if I had the chance to do it again, I would do it different.
Lady says nothing scarier than dating someone who really wants to humble you. And it reminded me of this ex that I had many years ago. He looked me dead in my eyes and said, I don't like the way that you just assume that everything is going to work out for you. Excuse me? What do you mean by that? I need you to elaborate. This man gave me multiple examples of times where things looked a little shaky, but I'm like, I think it'll be fine. I think it'll work out, whatever. Right? And it really dawned on me that if I ever go through real misfortune in my life with you standing next to me, that on the outside looking in, you're giving me comfort, but on the inside, you are taking solace in the fact that for once you have witnessed something not work out for me, that you are seeing me be humbled, that something that I thought was going to be just fine turned out to be not, and that will bring a smile to your face. How scary is that?
Stay single, fellas, because once you realize that the relationship is always about her and her feelings and what you can provide, and she's not, doing anything for you, it's just not worth it. You're just wasting your time. She doesn't love you for you. She loves you for what you can provide for her. Always remember that.
Men save money by being single. Women save money by being in a relationship. Fellas, listen up, pay attention. Now let's keep it real. Men do save money by being single. Women save money by being in a relationship. Yeah, I said it, and deep down inside, you know it's true. Fellas, when you're single, your wallet is chilling. You're not dropping $200 on date nights, birthday surprises, spa gifts, weekend getaways, just because flowers, or that new iPhone she swore she needed. You buy what you want when you want. You can rock the same hoodie and Air Forces for months. No one cares. Barbershop visits are like $30 to $50, not 300 lashes, nails, and brows. Now, let's flip it for a second. Women, they start saving the moment they get into a relationship. And you want to know why? Because suddenly he pays for dinner, he pays for Ubers, he pays for nails just because. Her rent is lighter because she's staying at your place. Her gas tank magically stays full. Matter of fact, she ain't even got to pump her gas. She don't have to take out no garbage. Now, don't get me wrong, every woman is not like that, but the pattern is real. Men spend to impress, provide, and protect. Women, many of them, just benefit by being around, and society encourages it. Men are taught that providing equals love. Women are taught that receiving equals value. You see the game? You ever notice how her lifestyle goes up when she's dating you? But yours start looking like a monthly budget meeting? My guy, you went from steak dinners to checking your bank app before you even order some wings. Here's the truth. A man builds wealth in silence. A woman builds comfort in a partnership. So fellas, stop blowing your budget just to earn love. Because at the end of the day, if your love is based on your wallet, you will always be valued for what you give, not who you are. Be smart, stack your paper, lead with purpose, not your pocket. Because love built on money will always come with a price. Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that follow button. And if you're struggling with confidence, you're struggling with approaching women, get my ebooks, Unshakable Confidence, Shoot Your Shot. The links are in the bio.
I want you to run as fast as you can when you see somebody doing this behavior in this order. The first one, at first, they're just so amazing. They're texting you, they're communicative, they seem so incredible, and everything almost feels too good to be true. Then you go on a date, maybe a few dates, and everything seems good until there's one little thing that sticks out to you. It could be something minute, it could be a small conversation that you're having, and all of a sudden you notice the shift. And the shift, you start to notice that they text less, they're less communicative, they're not making the plans as quickly, it's taking longer and longer between every single response. And then that progresses to, sorry, been busy, or I left my phone at home for 15 hours and couldn't respond, or just an avoidance of making plans with you altogether. And then when you try to reach out and say, hey, I've noticed a shift, is everything okay? They take no accountability, and all of a sudden it becomes about something that you said or did without them taking any ownership of the fact that they never brought it up. The reason I want you to run from this is because this person was chasing feelings and it was never about you. If it were genuinely about you, they would have had a conversation with you and would have had open and honest dialogue so that you could work through it. But when somebody starts to just pull away and act different and you have to feel like you're going on a FBI case to figure it out, then we've already spent way too long on this person who didn't deserve it.
You want to know why men over 40 are staying single? I'll tell you why. Because society raised women to be wives to careers, not husbands. And now the men who were once overlooked are watching rebellion unfold and choosing peace over chaos. These ain't excuses. These are the raw, unfiltered reasons men are walking away from modern women, and many of them don't plan on looking back. You better watch this all the way through or keep wondering why that good man ain't calling you back. Let's set the record straight. This ain't about men being bitter. This ain't about men being weak. This is about men getting wise, men getting structure, and men finally realizing what marriage has turned into and what it costs when you choose a woman who ain't built for submission, peace, or purpose. And if you're one of those women thinking, well, maybe he just can't handle a strong woman, sit tight. You're about to find out he didn't lose interest. He gained clarity. First reason, divorce destroys a man's life. Older men have seen it too many times. Good men getting gutted in court. He loses his house, he loses his pension, his legacy, and she walks away with half his world for bringing nothing but attitude to the table. Why would any man jump into a legal system designed to reward rebellion and punish masculinity?
And so in a lot of these situations, you have modern women that honestly and truly don't really know what they're doing. I mean, they say they do, but not really. Just talking foolishness, to be honest. Pure stupidity.
If you have 2 baby daddies or more, your man is legally allowed to cheat on you. No, it's a scientific fact, and I should know because I'm a scientist. So your man's allowed to cheat, especially if you take care of her kids. If she has kids with another man, 2 men, 3 men, and none of them are in the kids' lives, and you're actually playing daddy, and you're treating those kids like your own, and she can't let you get some pussy on the side once in a while. How fucking rude is that? Go find another one, bro. There's a million bitches out here with 3 baby daddies or more. Bitch, you're not special. So if you find a man that's a good man, that's there for you and your children, bitch, the least you could do is let him cheat. The fuck? You're mad selfish, mad rude.
Let's be real. Most of these boss babes gonna be single forever. Men don't want women who are loud, independent, and think they don't need a man. That's not sexy and that's exhausting. They think they're the prize because they got a degree and a leaf.
Keep going. You got more to say?
That's my femininity. Enjoy your money and your loneliness, which is exactly what insecure men say when they know they bring nothing to the table but expectation.
Okay, plot twist. Was not expecting that.
They're not scared of loud women. They're scared of women who stop begging and chasing.
They scream, you'll be single forever like it's a threat. Meanwhile, I'm waking up peaceful and unbothered. Alone where? I'm booked, blessed, and busy, baby.
They're terrified of women who realized loneliness ain't worse than being drained.
Facts. They love yelling about submission when they haven't even gotten their own life together. You can't lead a woman while you're still lost.
They're the loudest men online and always quoting Andrew Tate, acting like experts.
They act like being single is some punishment, but guess what? Women leveled up and ain't waiting for you waiting around.
Y'all really calling her insecure just because she won't tolerate bare minimum?
Let them cry. My standard's not changing.
All the men talk to this woman, get a job, get a therapist, and get out the comments.
A man over the age of 30 years old who's single with no kids is a big red flag. Fellas, please listen to me. Any woman who says that is a red flag, and please walk the other way. Number one, that means that a man is practicing safe. That's first and foremost, right? Number two, that means that man is focused in on his career, right? Number three, it can mean that he's focused in on being financially fit, right? And building great financial habits for himself, and that he's focusing in on himself spiritually before he decides to involve himself into any sort of commitment. And by the way, that's talking about a committed man. Now, obviously there are men out here who are just clear red flags and they're trying to dodge commitment. But for those that have their head on straight, you can't make a statement of that nature and then have men reading this and saying to themselves, oh, I don't feel like I'm enough because I'm deciding to wait on myself.
Hey, yo, I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. I don't even like going out, but I do like shooting pool. So I'm just stepping out to shoot pool. And I ain't been out solo in a minute, but I had to prove to myself that what I'm saying? I can still ride solo because, you know what I'm saying, as a man that lives by himself, we need to be able to move solo. So I just need to show myself personally that I can still move solo. And I like pool, so killing two birds with one stone. So you a man that's living by yourself, move solo. You know what I mean? Learn how to step out by yourself.
Ustedes como hombres no deberían de dejar pasarle a ninguna mujer. La primera, que le haga escenita de show y escenita de celo. Y luego le diga di que, ay, yo no sé qué me pasó porque usualmente yo no soy así. No. Cambia, sigue buscando. Esa no es la tuya. No se lo deje pasar porque no. La segunda, que te hagas sentir que tienes competencia cuando cuando ustedes están delante de más hombres. No creo. Acuérdate que cuando tú estés con alguien y esa persona te valore, te quiera, te ame, te respete, lo último que esa persona va a hacerte sentir es que tú tienes competencia con ella, por más hermosa que sea. Y la última, que yo creo que para mí es como una de las más importantes. Señores, ¿en qué momento normalizamos el que ustedes tienen que darnos su celular a nosotros revisar? ¿Por qué? Tu celular es tuyo, mi celular es mío. Señores, no normalicemos esa vaina. Porque es que yo siento que en el mismo momento que yo tengo que pedirte tu celular para yo revisártelo, y no necesariamente porque tú estés escondiendo nada, sino que yo siento que en el mismo momento que yo siento la necesidad de decirte, oh, préstame tu celular que quiero ver algo. Mi amor, ahí empieza la desconfianza. Y si empezó la desconfianza, bebé, olvídate que eso no va para ningún lado.
2, 1. My bear! Is that my bed of nails? Yes, it's so dangerous!
3, 2, 1.
No!
No, you know
Do
what?
you know how expensive pillows are?
3, 2, 1. Oh!
Excuse
You are
me.
not throwing him out.
Absolutely not with my makeup.
3, 2, 1. You do not need all of this makeup. Yes, I do.
3, 2, 1. Yo, at his
Bro,
big age.
get that shit.
At his big age, Minecraft. Okay.
Bro, get your ass.
Okay.
No, Shannon! Do not even joke about that! No, not my socks!
My treadmill.
3, 2, 1.
Absolutely not.
My Xbox.
3, 2, 1.
No!
No! Why would we put that in the trash?
Because we don't really need it.
Yeah. 2, 1.
My Xbox? Really?
My dead grandfather's sweater.
Red flags in women during talking stages. See, you cannot escape the talking stage. Like, you can't escape it. As long as you want to be in a relationship, people have to go through that process of talking to each other for a couple of weeks, getting to know each other, you know, those process. So you can't actually avoid it. Do you understand? So these are red flags you should watch out for in women when you're in a talking stage with them. If you just spot this red flag, run, else you will cry, because they're going to stress you. Now you should watch the end of this video, because number 3 is the most important red flag that you do not want to miss. Number 1 red flag in any talking stage you spot in any woman, you see the fact that she doesn't text you first. Like, she would never text you first is a very big red flag. For the fact that she does not text you first means that she is clearly not interested in you, and you should save your energy and move on to the next person. Like, if she cannot just, every conversation you guys are having is always you that's texting first. You're always the one carrying on the conversation. If you notice that she hardly texts first, stop right there and move on to the next person. Number 2 red flag to watch out in any woman during the talking stages: she easily bills you or looks for a way to ask you for money. Like, she just finds a way to just chip in billing during your conversation. She might just come with this line of, I know we just started talking, or I know I don't usually do this. All those kind of this thing is a red flag. As long as it's a talking stage, maybe it's in a talking stage of a week or 2 weeks, and she already finds a way to, to bill you. Do you know what this thing shows you? It shows you that she does not like you, because if she likes you, she knows that billing alone in the early stage of you guys talking is a way to chase you away. So if she likes you, she would not want to chase you away. So she billing you at the early stage is a way of telling you that she does not like you. Then number 3, you see this number 3 most important, and I see a lot of you are always falling victim of this number 3. You see this red flag of she just got out of a relationship it is a major red flag. Run for your life. Like, no matter how much she has big curves, big booty, big breasts, whatever, as long as she just got out of a relationship and you know that you like this girl, you want to be in a relationship with her, it's a red flag. I'm sorry to tell you, it is actually a red flag. Run for your life, because if she just got out of a relationship and you are planning on dating her, you're going to cry, because it's a lot of heartache. Number 4 red flag to watch out in any woman is during the talking stages. If she parties every weekend, like every single weekend she's out in the club, she's one place or the other partying, it's a major red flag. I don't care how you explain it, I don't care how you justify it, it's a major red flag. It is actually a red flag, because I see that a lot of guys, they overlook red flags. Like, you notice a red flag, then you overlook it. Why? Because you feel like maybe it's not that serious or anything. Actually, it is really that serious, which is why you need to get my ebook. See, my ebook Make Her Worship You has been on sales for the past 3 months, and it has been massive. Like, the reviews that I've gotten from this ebook has been massive. A lot of guys are now so aware, they're now so knowledgeable. No woman can fuck with them anymore. That is why I'm bringing the version 2.0 ending of January. See, is this version 2.0? You really do not want to miss it as a guy that wants to invest in his personal development. As long as you want to be in a relationship, or you want to maintain a stable relationship, you really do not want to miss this my ebook that I'm going to be launching in ending of January. Like, this version 2.0 is going to be a bomb. Only this version 1.0 that has been selling since the past 3 months has been a massive turn up. Like, the turn up has been massive. Over 250 copies has been sold, to show you how much that people actually need these things. Do you understand? So you really do not want to miss out on version 2.0 that I'm going to be releasing. I'm going to be launching ending of January. So just stay tuned, because it's going to be coming massive. I'm coming big, so you guys should just stay tuned, because it's going to be a bomb.
You have a lot of these modern women that say that men don't have enough emotional intelligence. And they come out and be saying silly stuff. Just dumb stuff. And even some of these brothers out here come out in defense, saying stupid stuff as well. It don't matter if a man say it, a dog say it, a woman say it. It's all stupid. Men see and hear stupid stuff, they're going to stop showing up.
The longer a man stays without a relationship, the more dangerous he becomes. A man who has been alone for too long doesn't become weaker. He becomes harder to reach. Not physically dangerous, not violent, but emotionally, mentally, and relationally. He becomes a completely different kind of man. Time alone reshapes him. It sharpens some things, kills others, and builds walls where doors used to be. Here are 6 uncomfortable truths about what happens when a man stays single for too long. 1. He learns he doesn't actually need anyone. At first, loneliness teaches a man what he's missing. But after enough time passes, something else happens. He adapts. He builds routines. He handles his problems alone. He eats alone, travels alone, sleeps alone, celebrates alone, and survives alone. Eventually, the emotional dependency that relationships often create disappears. What once felt like a need slowly becomes optional. And once a man reaches that level of independence, inviting someone into his life no longer feels necessary. It feels like a disruption. 2. His tolerance for drama drops to 0. Men who have been alone for a long time become extremely protective of their peace. They've spent months or years building a quiet life with minimal stress. No emotional roller coasters, no arguments, no confusion, no mind games. So when someone enters their life bringing chaos, inconsistency, or emotional instability, they don't try to fix it. They simply walk away. What some people call cold is often just a man who refuses to return to unnecessary stress. 3. He becomes emotionally guarded. Time alone gives a man space to reflect on past experiences. And often, those reflections remind him why he chose distance in the first place. Maybe he was betrayed. Maybe he invested in someone who didn't value him. Maybe he watched loyalty get taken for granted. The longer he stays alone, the more he reinforces a simple belief. I was peaceful before you arrived, and I'll be peaceful if you leave. That mindset makes it incredibly hard for anyone to break through his emotional walls.
That's true.
4. He studies people instead of trusting them. A man who has been single for a long time stops rushing into connections. He observes. He watches patterns. He listens carefully. He pays attention to inconsistencies between words and actions. Instead of falling quickly, he analyzes. Instead of believing promises, he waits for proof. To some people, this makes him seem distant. But in reality, he's simply learned that attention and charm are cheap. Character is rare. 5. He becomes addicted to freedom. Freedom is powerful. Once a man gets used to living life entirely on his own terms, it becomes difficult to compromise. No checking in, no explaining decisions, no negotiating time, no adjusting plans. Relationships require sacrifice, patience, and shared control over life decisions. A man who has been independent for too long may start seeing those compromises as limitations rather than partnership. 6. He stops chasing love. At some point, the desire to pursue love slows down. Not because he hates relationships, but because he has learned that forcing connection often leads to disappointment. So he stops chasing. He stops begging for attention. He stops competing. If love happens naturally, he welcomes it. If it doesn't, he continues living his life just fine. A man who spends too long alone doesn't become heartless. He becomes selective. He stops chasing noise and starts protecting peace. And the truth is, once a man learns how to live happily without a relationship, the only person who will ever keep him is the one who adds more peace to his life than solitude ever did.
Here's an early telltale sign that you're actually dating a horrible person. My name's Alina, I survived a super toxic relationship, and I'm on a mission to convince you to leave yours. Nobody talks about this, but watch how your partner treats other women, not just you. My ex-boyfriend would shower me in compliments, but then body shame his female friends, bully his own sister, and make nasty comments about actresses on TV. He'd always use the "I'm not being mean, I'm just being honest" excuse. And when I'd tell him to stop, he'd say, "It's a joke, and I'm not calling you insert atrocious insult here." I should have dumped him after the first incident, but it's hard when you're manipulated to feel like you're overreacting to a joke about someone else. If your partner's comments completely go against your belief system, I promise they are the wrong person for you. And think about it this way. If they feel that comfortable putting other girls down, it's not going to be long until they unleash their true colors on you. Please take my word and leave. I wish I had sooner.
I'm basically a geriatric single. You know, I've been single a very long time, and a lot of the pain and grief I've felt with that, I've realized recently, or at least I've felt in my soul, that part of the reason is because I can handle it, and I'm prepared to do so. And in doing that, I can empathize with other people, and I can help other people that have felt like they're in this impossible journey to find someone and to get married, to feel like love is possible. And it has been, at many times it's been horrible, and it's made me really, really depressed. But I do feel like, for whatever reason, God was like, you can handle this one.
There's this idea with a lot of young men that they'll hit their prime at 40 and then they can exclusively date young, hot women. I am the young, hot woman trying to date your dad. Let me tell you something. Most of you will not be pulling young, hot women when you're 40.
The reason why men, by the time they're 40, even if they were in their 20s, thinking that in 20 years, they'll be able to just date whoever they want if they're really successful and they build up their life where they want to be. The reason why many of them don't end up dating the 20-some-year-old by the time he's 40 is because, one, he's either married, or two, he has realized that he doesn't want to. And that might be because of a multitude of reasons. I would argue, number one, it's because he doesn't want his peace to be disrupted, or he's been there, done that, and lived to regret it. But trust me, you're not going to make him feel bad for not following through on thoughts that he had when he was 20-some years old. Trust me.
So if you're going to cut off what a man wants, a man can cut off what you want.
So it has come to my attention that the fellas are now starting something where they're saying they're going to be financially celibate, meaning that they're not going to be spending any money on a woman until marriage. Okay? This is my thing. What woman in her right mind can you actually date and not spend no money on her until y'all get married? It's like y'all are upset with women who are becoming celibate and saying, well, since y'all saying that y'all want to wait until marriage, we just ain't gonna spend no money until marriage. A woman who got common sense and is not gonna deal with no scrubby man, that's not gonna work with. More and more, y'all come up with things to make y'allself more lonely. Y'all gonna push the male loneliness epidemic even further with that foolishness. The women are making more money now. We're more independent. We're becoming more financially stable than men. And this is not to bash men or put men down, But y'all saying y'all ain't finna spend money on women no more like that. A lot of y'all already ain't spending money on women now because you don't have it to spend. Like, in all honesty, y'all want to be lonely. Y'all want to be in a position where you walking around angry because you can't really get the attention of a woman. And until you do all of the things that a man needs to do, which is provide, protect, and lead, y'all are going to be constantly having the same issues that y'all are having regarding women.
What we see here, we see a woman is upset that men are being financially celibate. Men are refusing to spend money on women just to be with them. And the women are upset about that. It's because the reason why is this. A woman wants to be celibate what's between her legs. She has the absolute right with that. It's fine, do that. So a man can be celibate with his money. He doesn't have to spend money on you. See, women want a man to spend money on them, but then they want to have a say on what they can and can't do and be independent, but use your own money. So women are upset that men are waking up. What do women value in a man? Be honest, money. What does a man value in a woman? What's between her legs? That's the truth. That's the truth. Don't get mad at me. No filter. Right? So if you're going to cut off what a man wants, a man can cut off what you want. It's like warfare. But we see a lot of relationships happening only because the woman's with the man because of the money, and she does not care about him, and she's willing to leave him high and dry, divorce him, and take half because she does not care about him. So men are waking up to that. If you can't be with me for me, then don't be with me. But the thing women don't understand, men are more comfortable being alone than women. Who created this male loneliness epidemic? Women.
A few years ago, I made the mistake of dating a sociopath. Obviously, I didn't know he was a sociopath when I started dating him. This is not the story time for that story. I'll have to record a podcast episode about it or something because it is so insane. The crazy thing about this is, in the beginning, it felt healthy. It felt steady, calm, grounded, consistent, all that kind of stuff. Almost a little bit boring. But there was one red flag immediately after our first date that I should have paid attention to, and you're not going to expect what it is. Our first date was actually a brunch date. So we grabbed brunch, had an amazing time, and then ended up spending the entire day together and getting dinner together that night. Now, that in and of itself, we don't do that anymore. We don't do all-day dates for a first date, anything like that. But when he dropped me off at my house after dinner that night, he asked to use the restroom. Now, I've learned a lot since then, and I have much different boundaries since then, because now no man's coming into my house for any reason after the first date. No. This man, all he did was come in to use the bathroom and then left. But you want to know what? He took a in my house after the first date. That should have sent some alarms off for me. Sir, what?
A lot of these ladies keep on complaining and saying that men aren't serious. Chad and Tyrone aren't serious. But yet and still, you continue to accept every little thing, every single thing that Chad and Tyrone wants to do. You keep on telling you, I want something short term. Yeah, that's fine with me. Hey, I'm not committed to this. Yep, that's fine with me. I'm open to short term now. Of course you are. But then when it's a man that's actually good, and I actually heard a man talking about this the other day. Why is it that you try every single thing with a dude that ain't nothing? You go right along with his plan. But then a man that do you right and treat you right, ready to give you the world, all of a sudden I'm changed. I don't want to do that no more.
I'm not my best self when I am in relationships. Something about being in a relationship just feels so suffocating to me. And I knew this for a long time, but I was gaslit into believing that I hadn't met the right one. And honestly, for me, I don't think there's a right man out there for me that I want to attach myself to. Something about being married and being in relationships just drain me. I literally do not have the capacity for that. Like, I want to talk to you when I want to talk to you. When I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want you in my house. I don't want you in my bed. I don't want you using my shower. I don't want you sitting on my couch. I don't want to be bothered most of the time. So for me, y'all. Like, so stop telling women that they haven't met the right one, because for some of us, there's no such thing.
You know what's interesting? People try to play you because you're single by choice. They say, something must be wrong with her. No, something must be right with her to have the discipline to not get into wrong relationships. You know how many people right now, codependent, in relationships with people that are toxic, that's wasting their time, that's giving them children and giving them heartache and stress simply because they don't know how to be single. Listen, when you are content and fulfilled by yourself, you don't need a person in your life to have those things, to be happy, to be successful. And people fear that because they know you don't tolerate BS. There are so many people right now that ain't happy within themselves, so they think a relationship is gonna fix that. So that's why they can't be single, because there's so many people like that. People think it's something wrong with you because you have the discipline to say, you know what? Until I find somebody that is my equal, until I find somebody that is worth me giving up my singleness, until I find somebody that's on my level, that ain't bringing BS in my life, I am content with being single. It ain't nothing wrong with you. It's something right with you. Don't let nobody play in your face trying to make it seem like you got something wrong with you. No, something right with you. All right? Single by choice is never a bad thing. Period.
Hey, ladies, if you're in your late 50s or in your 60s or 70s and you're thinking about leaving your husband because you're bored and you think there's something more exciting out there, that there's going to be more exciting men out there, trust me, they're not out there. Just stay with what you got. It's not going to be a mistake if you stay with him. Of course, unless he's really being mean to you, then leave him. But don't expect to meet somebody else. They're just not out there. Men are just not out there anymore.
One of the reasons that I think so many 30 and 40-year-olds are choosing to stay single nowadays is because the reward doesn't seem to be outweighing the risk anymore. The reward being a relationship, love, and a partner, but the risk being your peace, your heart, and your sanity. And when you've dealt with heartbreak on a level that some of us have went through, you'll do anything in your power not to go through something like that ever again. And the level of strength that it took for some of us to pull ourselves out of these dark places, we don't want to find out if we have that type of strength again. And when you've been vulnerable, opened yourself up, and been all in with a person who turned around and lied to you, deceived you, manipulated you, instead of coming to you like an adult and telling you they didn't want to do it anymore, it just seems easier to us to protect our peace, protect our heart, keep our sanity, and stay single.
Emotionally damaged people are always promiscuous. Let me say this again. If you are traumatized, if you are emotionally damaged, you are promiscuous. And do you want to know why?
Why is that?
Emotionally traumatized people require constant validation from others. You married to a woman who's been traumatized, abuse, abandonment, whatever. When you're not around her for too many days, she has to entertain another man because her trauma dictates constant validation. And constant validation means I must have a man in my personal space. You ever date a woman who was crazy about you? She absolutely loved you, so you thought. It was really addiction.
Yeah.
When you finally let her go, when you finally got her to stop stalking you, she ended up with another man like that. And your ego took a hit. You said, wait a minute. I know that woman was crazy about me. Climbed in my window, came to my... You understand? She was she was crazy about your presence in her life. And the minute you distance yourself from her life, she found a replacement without a problem. Emotionally damaged people are promiscuous because they cannot go without constant validation.
There are 5 dangerous women to avoid in your life. 1, a woman who surrounds herself with many men and calls them friends is a cheat and a pathological liar. Those men are your replacement, so avoid them. 2, a woman who wants you for your money brings no value to anything. She's a financial vampire and a parasite. 3, a woman who doesn't take instructions or corrections or direction is not that woman that you should be around. It's a two-way street. It's a balance. It's a give and take. That's what a healthy relationship is. Avoid her like COVID. 4, an angry, unhappy woman who gives you no peace, you must avoid. Also, if she's chaotic and never on time, she's showing she values nothing but her own time. 5, a woman who constantly disrespects you. She doesn't belong in your life. Walk away. Pack up her in a garbage bag and put it on the street.
And it's really common of how many men hate their wife and kids. Like, I worked with this one dude before, and he would get to work 2 and 3 hours early every single day. And mind you, we had to be at work at like 5:30, 6 in the morning. So he would be there at like 2:30, 3 in the morning. And I got curious one day and I asked him, I'm like, bro, why are you here so early? Like, why are you here hours early every single day? Then he went on and on about how he had a newborn and a set of twins and everything. And it was just so much going on in his household that he just needed a break. He needed time to get away from his family, clear his head. And it kind of hit me. I'm like, you know, we all need a little break sometimes. So, okay, I can understand that. But she may also need a break too. And then all the other men in there were agreeing with him like, oh yeah, any chance I get to get away from my wife and kids, I go. Whatever you do, son, don't get married, don't have kids. And they were saying like whenever they get off of work, they would be away from home for hours at a time and lie and tell their wife that they out shopping or something, like just to get time away from them.
A lot of these ladies are sitting up here talking about men don't chase anymore. like that's gonna make men come out and start chasing again. It's not. Where are the women who stop playing so much? Where are the women who want to quit playing hide and go seek? They want to quit playing tag. Where are those women at? I'm looking for those.
I get asked by women, why are you still single? You're in your 40s, you seem like a good catch. Why are you still single? And while it could be a few different reasons, I think one of the biggest reasons is that there were times in my past where I was the side guy, meaning that girls in relationships would hit me up to hang out. So I got to witness firsthand how sneaky women can be, how conniving and shady. To this day, women will DM me on Instagram saying, hey, they want to come meet up, they want to come over, they want to Netflix and chill. Girls I don't even know. And when I go to their profile, they have their boyfriend pasted all over. And this has conditioned me to not want to trust women. How do I heal from this?
Can we talk about the man that has done the work and he is in tune with his feelings? He's not afraid to be vulnerable in a relationship, but time and time again, when he is, that woman somehow makes it about her. She wants to talk about her feelings that are a result of his feelings. And on top of that, meanwhile, she is dismissive and defensive against his feelings. Ladies, this is a situation where you have to be careful what you ask for, because that emotionally mature man, he has put in the work, he's put in the hours, he's put in the self-reflection, and all he wants is the same in return. That man, he will put his needs aside and he will probably address all of the feelings that you want to be addressed, but at the same time, he will want what you did addressed. But when a woman fails to take accountability for this, and it's happening time and time again, that man will probably start believing that all the work that he put into it just hasn't even been worth it. And he will decide that being single is far more peaceful.
There's a male loneliness epidemic going on. You guys hear about this? Why'd you laugh? You're like, there's a joke coming, isn't there? The mainstream media, they're all talking about there's a male loneliness epidemic going on in the United States. And I'd like to say, on behalf of all of the male introverts, we did it, dude. We did it, man. For years, we've been begging people to leave us alone. And now we finally have it. It's amazing. Because as a dude, people would always, they're like, come serve in the military, or come work this job, male, you know? Come hang out at our party, or come inside me, like all the different things. But now nobody wants my labor, my service, my babies. I'm living free, dude. And now I know, the male depression is a serious thing. A lot of men, they feel emasculated in today's world, and they feel unnoticed, and they're left behind. I think that's serious, and we should take that seriously. Can I also give a suggestion? Stop being pussy, maybe. Just man up. That's what we do. That's what makes us men. Yes, it's okay to have feelings, but nobody wants to hear them. So you swallow them down and you do 20 push-ups. And it goes down, and then the push-ups bring it out so it comes out in your pecs. That's how you do it. That's what a man does. Because back in my day, nobody gave about us. Nobody. We didn't have a Jordan Peterson crying for us back in my day. There wasn't male. I just died on the job and nobody noticed. Back in my day, it didn't even take 100 men to defeat one gorilla in a hypothetical situation. You went down to the zoo and did one-on-one with Coco, okay?
Being single is actually one of the biggest blessings, and stick with me for 60 seconds. If you're single, I'm gonna enlighten you here. I bet you get anxious of the uncertainty of like who's gonna be your partner, when in actuality, that should do the exact opposite. It should make you feel free, because that uncertainty is exciting. You're not coming from a place of lack anymore. You're coming from a place of choice. So maybe the last person that you were with, I don't know, maybe you weren't with them necessarily because you chose to, it just kind of happened. And maybe this next person that you're going to be with is going to be 10 times better than you could ever imagine. And the cool thing about life is that you can't predict these things. And your human brain wants to predict it so hard and predict when you're going to meet them, how you're going to meet them, but you are never, ever going to be remotely close to predicting that. And you can find peace or chaos in that. And I choose to find peace in the fact that like now you get to go from a place of abundance of like, wow, there's so many people out there. I wonder who's going to be lucky enough to be mine. But don't do it in an egotistical way where you think you're better than people. Like just seriously like vet people out and do it from a place of like, oh, this person offers that. This person offers that. That's abundance. That is a blessing that you get the choice to decide, and you have the freedom and the mobility to go do whatever you want. You have nothing really holding you back. Like now you have so much time, like you have so much free time. You could use it as an opportunity to do a bunch of things. Like right now, I'm learning the guitar because I just have time now, and I'm doing a lot more things that I hadn't done in the past. Like I'm just going snorkeling, I'm learning the guitar, and I'm just enjoying my own company. You know, it's really such a blessing that if you use this time wisely, it can change your life. It could set you up. And then by the time you have a partner and you're ready for a partner, you can set your family up. So I don't know. That's my yap. Love y'all.
I cannot stress this enough. Men are not worth settling for in any circumstance, any way, shape, or form. It's not worth it. Like we're so indoctrinated to believe that like we have to get married. We have to like aspire to like having a relationship, having a man in our lives. Like the goal shouldn't be to get married. The goal should be to be happy. So if a man in your life is not making your life better, easier, happier, more enjoyable, like there's no reason he should be in your life. At least when men settle for a partner, they get like a personal assistant, a house manager, a nanny, a chef, a therapist. What do women get when we settle for a man that treats us like less than the way that we want to be treated? We get emotionally, physically, mentally drained. It is not worth it. Once you get to the like mindset that like men are not worth settling for, that is when you get the good men, because they're the only ones that you'll accept.
True, except when I begin to think about my brothers or my future sons. And the reality, the current situation is men are not doing well. And who wants economically and emotionally viable men the most? Women.
When you hear those numbers, I think that it makes you actually really understand the impact on the mentality of men and women when it comes to dating apps. Because the fact is that a lot of women that are like a 5, 6, 7, they truly think that they are a 10 because of social media and because of her experience on dating apps. It convinces her that she is an absolute dime. So what ends up happening is that she won't even look at men that are in her league, that are 5s and 6s, because she's become so delusional in her own superficial value that those men are invisible. She doesn't see them, but the guys that are 8s and above that she thinks are in her league, they do end up giving her attention because she's kind of an easy target to them. They just want her for her easy access to her body potentially, and not to actually date. So she ends up wasting away her 20s because she has these crazy expectations under the belief that she's not going to settle. She deserves what she deserves because she thinks she's a 10. And in reality, she will reach her 30s and her biological clock is sounding the alarm so that she'll actually start seeing the men that are at her level. But the problem now is that those men are actually out of her league. They are above her league because a lot of those men have actually spent time improving their economic status because they focused on work and they focused on their success. And so now she's kind of screwed. Like, she has to really lower her expectations to end up in a relationship, or she doesn't do that and she becomes this like chronic first date dater. Whereas what I've seen is that men go in two different directions once they hit their 30s and 40s. One group has focused on increasing their value and they decide that they want a wife, right? They find a younger woman that values stability and success of an older man. The other group of men, unrelated to if he's increased his value or not, these men have become so turned off from women's unrealistic expectations that they become okay with being single. Like, they actually find peace. They stop efforts into dating and instead they turn their efforts towards.
And we keep on hearing the same story. Chad and Tyrone dog me out. Men are dogs. Men are trash. Men are this, men are that. You're trash. Take accountability. The way you picked, the men that you picked were trash. And that's why you're a baby mama right now, because of your bad decision.